Okay. Welcome everyone to the NASDAQ US30 maybe gold webinar. Um, Tonight I'll be looking at NASDAQ for you guys, and Jason, you'll be looking at US30, right? Is there
Yes.
anything else you'll be looking at?
No, no.
Just US,
Yeah.
just US30. Okay, cool. This webinar is sponsored by Hantech Trading, Hantech Trader. It's a prop firm, well, mostly focused on Forex, not synthetics like Bloom Funneries. So tonight's giveaways are going to be from them, which is very nice. We're gonna give away some instant accounts tonight. Some instant, meaning you are instantly funded. No steps to take or anything, which is very cool. Okay. So once again, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. This time you guys have a little bit more time. I'll put the link in the chat for you to sign up. So if you go onto the page, you press login, and then you say get started, and then you fill that in. So you guys have like 30 minutes plus to do that in this meeting. So the link is sent, and then I will select winners off the wheel again. So when Jason speaks and he does his presentation, I will put everyone's names that's in this meeting on that wheel, and I will be giving away some instant accounts. Once again, guys, please go onto their website and go read everything about the accounts, the rules, etc. Please make sure you read about it before placing your first trade. Just before we start with the analysis on NASDAQ, they have three types of account: the instant, the one step, the two step. So the instant, you can get an instant 24, which means you purchase it, then you have 24 hours to trade it. So you can see it's $13, very cheap, from $13 to $300, depending which one you want to select. Then they have instant light, instant funding, and then the one step accounts and the two step accounts. But you can go through each one and just check the rules and stuff. But tonight you will be getting an instant light $5,000 instant account, which is insane. I love the instants. It's a little bit more, don't over leverage, just, use smaller lots. But it's very nice because it's instant. So you can get um your first payout after 14 days. So no, you don't have to pass anything. So guys, link is in the chat. Please sign up while we are chatting. Okay, guys, I'm going to go through a quick 5-minute strategy with you guys on NASDAQ. You can also do this on the 15-minute, but I think just looking a little bit at the smaller time frames might give you guys a little bit of a clearer understanding. NASDAQ, in my opinion, how I trade it is very, very simple. And, it's an in and out type strategy. New York session. And I see there's people joining. Let me just add them in. Yeah. So just a quick in and out type. Well, not quick out, but quick in. Just a very simple strategy to look at. So I'm on the 5-minute with NASDAQ here, and I've got this ICT Kill Zones Toolkit Logs Algo, one of my favorite indicators that's completely free on TradingView. And this just shows you the Asian session, the London session, and the New York session. Okay. If you want to, you can copy my settings over here. If you're really interested in it, you can also Telegram me and I'll send you the screenshot, okay, of the times, okay? But once again, I wait for New York Open to open. There is a case for trading Asian and London. I just don't have time to look at the charts the whole day. My other businesses need my attention. So it's very important that you stick to a method of trading and a strategy of trading and not looking at charts the whole day and wasting time, because it's usually more like 90% not trading, 10% trading, or even 95% trading, 5% trading. So if you have a strategy, stick with it. Don't change, don't revenge trade, don't emotional trade, don't take random trades. Oh, I think it's going to go up or whatever. Just use your strategy, use your risk management. Okay, so once again, we can see that we have the Asian session, not very important in this example. Then we have the London session. So what I do is I look at the London session and spot or look for indications of order blocks and fair value gaps in this London session, right? So if I zoom into this London session, I can see the London session went down and broke the Asian low, right? So these two lows over here are broken. So we are in a bearish phase, right? So I can assume, or I can use probabilities to say that, okay, I'm going to look for a sell, okay? We're also going to look at another example after this. So I'm going to look for a sell. So what happens is when London opens here, when New York opens here, I want to look for those sell opportunities, right? So I've got an order block here, okay, and I've got an order block here. Let me just get that nice into that spot here. Okay. So I've got these two order blocks, right? Got them marked there. Okay. But I would most probably take this top order block because there is still a fair value gap there that has not been tested. Okay, so the fact that there's a fair value gap there and an order block there, there is some liquidity that needs to be grabbed in the New York session. Okay, if you see an example like this and you have a little bit of a higher risk tolerance and you want to, okay, I want to make sure I'm in this trade, you can put your entry on this order block, for example. Make sure your stop loss is above the London session. That's a very nice indication of a stop loss area, but I'll usually put it just above for some breathing room. And then you can take your sell down to the low of the London session. Okay, so the liquidity being grabbed here, and there's some liquidity that it needs to go fetch over here, as you can see. That's some kind of liquidity sweep here, whatever, it doesn't matter. So you can do that. Otherwise, if you want to be a little bit more safe and you have a smaller account or you want to use a smaller percentage, etc., you can then go for that order block there. And then you can have like a 7-to-1 risk to reward, which is beautiful. And that's just the basics of it. It's really that simple. Trend, order blocks, fair value gaps. That's it. Okay. Now let's go to the next day. Just an example to show you guys, just sometimes, life happens in terms of, there's a order block there, very clean. Fair value gap here, very clean, but it just never came there. And that's just a day that you're sitting out. So happy to sit out a day, not to take a trade. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. You just go on to the next day. Okay. And here we go. Here's a buy opportunity. Once again, now it's the opposite. It's the roles reversed. Okay. You can see that we are bullish. You can see London went up and broke Asia high, or these Asian high sessions here, or the sessions just before Asia. Doesn't matter. You can see clearly it's bullish, right? So now in New York, we are going to look for some buys. Okay. And then very, very nice trade over here. You can see when New York opens, order block there, and you have a bunch of technically this whole thing is a fair value gap, okay, but the order block will be your entry point. The fair value gap just gives you that extra confirmation, and then you have your super nice risk free. So I love it when a stop loss is nice and small like this with your TP at the London high like that, and there you go. That is how simple it can be. These type of simple trades are the ones that you want to take during volatile times like New York Open, where you have a volatile movements. You can see all these candles are quite volatile and stuff, but you have this safe entry into the New York Open, okay, with a nice solid stop loss. So once again, guys, you need to look at the math with trading, right? So there was two trades with a 7-to-1 and a 5-to-1. Okay, that means you've 12-to-1 your accounts. Okay, that means you can take 12 losses. Well, obviously the pips in the stop loss, it might be slightly different for each trade, obviously, but I'm just going to do a rough estimate. You can take like 12 losses before you lose all that money again. That's why you should only trade, in my opinion, once a day. Hit a sell, move on to the next day. Hit TP, move on to the next day. Okay, so that's it for me on NASDAQ. Let me quickly show you guys the indicator on NASDAQ. So you guys just quickly can see. Once again, this one is already available on our website. for you guys to go get for completely free. So if you want to go to Traders Review, the Traders Review thetradersreview.com, and you can just fill out the form, and we will get you your indicator as soon as possible. Once again, it might take a few days for it to reflect on our side. But yeah, you guys can see all the nice entries have happened. Yeah, and you can see even this buy that has happened quite recently. I mean, like an hour ago, is already very, very nice happening there. And now you can see as well how it shows you the bearish order block um, with a fair value gap for a potential sell to the downside in the future. So guys, if you want this, please go to our website or send us a telegram if you're unclear about anything. But yeah, very, very nice. We're actually working on doing some edits where if an order block gets mitigated, which happens in life, then it turns into a breaker, right, Jason? It's a breaker that it will turn into.
Yes, that's
Then
correct.
it's not a bullish order block again; it will be a breaker. So then it can be used for a sell again to the downside. So now it helps you with breakers as well, which is nice. But yeah, guys, that is it from my side. I'm gonna write down your names for the giveaway, and remember to listen now. It's Jason's turn, and yeah, remember to fill out the form so we can choose a few lucky winners for that giveaway. Cool. There we go. You can go.
Okay, awesome. Right, everyone. So tonight I'm just going to do a little bit something different that I haven't done before. I haven't done a YouTube video on it, nothing. So you guys are literally the first of me seeing it actually now tonight for the first time. So I've been playing around with this indicator for a while now. It's on TradingView. And it's really amazing. I've seen a lot of people using it like a long time ago, but I haven't done it myself yet. And like I just dug into it and just started to learn this thing. And yes, I'm going to show you tonight what I've done, and hopefully you can learn something. So it's a US30 strategy. This works on any pair. It can work on NASDAQ. It can work on gold. It can work on US30. It even works on stocks for those who trade stocks as well. Okay, so the steps to follow, we wait for the first 3 candles to finish in New York Open. So basically, South African time, it's 3:30, Eastern Standard Time, it's 9:30. So we wait for New York to open. This is going to be a 5-minute strategy. So that's why I'm saying 3 candles. So it's 3 5-minute candles. So we wait for the 3 to finish before we start looking at a trade. After that, we are going to draw out the fixed range volume profile. I'll show to you where you can get it as well, on like over the 3 candles. So basically this is going to measure the volume inside of those 3 candles and give you an estimate where the buyers and sellers are in the market. And then we're going to wait for price to either close above the AVH or the AVL. I will go into that now. So it's fair value high, fair value low. And then you're going to put your stops a few points under the point of control, or at the fair value low or fair value high. I know it's big words, but I will get to that now. It's actually really simple. Then we are going to take partials at a 1-to-1 risk to reward, stop loss to break even then, and then as well for the remainder of the trade, we are either going to target a 1-to-5 or a 1-to-2 risk, a 1.5 risk to reward or a 2 risk to reward trade. So the fixed range volume profile, I'll show it to you where you can get it when I jump onto TradingView a little bit later, but it's here on the left hand side where your long and short position tools is. It's this one called fixed range volume profile. And then these are the settings that I'm using: row size 1000, volume total, fair value area volume 70. So yes, this is the settings that I'm using for this one. So how it works: first we want to mark out the New York Open. SA time 3:30, Eastern Standard Time 9:30. So you can see I marked it out right over here. Let me just change the color of the pen so we can just see what's happening. Okay, So first 5 minutes, second, third. So that's the 5 minutes that I'm talking about. After that, we are going to look for a trade. So now, when the first 15 minutes has finished, we're going to draw the volume profile from the first candle all the way to the right to the third candle. And you can see when we zoom in right over here, we have these two white lines. So this is your fair value high and your fair value low. And the red line is going to be your point of control. So basically high, middle, low. That's what you need to know if those names is a little bit difficult to remember. Fair value high, point of control, fair value low. And then it will look something like this. So after that happens, what we want to wait for. So we can see candle 1, 2, 3. Candle 3 actually, so we want to wait for price to either close above the fair value high or below the fair value low, right? So we can clearly see the third candle, we are not going to trade it because it's still part of the 15 minutes before we start to trade. Closed above this, so already it's showing like a bullish type of move. Then the next candle closes immediately back into the range, so we are not taking any trade. And now you can see the candle after this one closed above the fair value high. There it closed, and that's where you are going to take an entry right over there on the close of the 5 minute candle. So it's not almost closed, it needs to be closed. Then you can put your stops either like a few points below the point of control or below the fair value low. That's all. That's going to be up to you in regards to your risk management and how your risk appetite is basically. Then we can see here immediately after this we had a little bit of a drawdown, and then price moved up and hit our TP. So just remember, at 1 till 1, we are going to take partials, okay? And we're going to put our stop loss to break even. And then the remainder of the trade is going to run. So if price comes back and we get stopped out at break even, we at least know we got some profits instead of nothing, but we at least know we got something before we got break even. So that's how we are going to do this. I'll show you the strategy on backtesting as well after this. So, and then all of this, right? So this is just trading it solely on the volume profile. But we can use the confirmations like Andre and myself teach on our YouTube and everything like that, where you can actually incorporate fair value gaps, where we can incorporate liquidity. We had a break of structure, New York opened, and then that's an extra confirmation. So you can use extra confirmations to validate if price closes above or below the fair value areas. So that's how easy it is. The only things that are written here is basically what I said, so we don't have to read that. But yeah, really easy, really simple to follow. So let's jump quickly to TradingView. So when you want to find it, you go right over here to your left-hand side, and you'll see it's the fixed range volume profile right over there. So how it looks, if I draw it out, for example, let's draw it out from 10 o'clock basically all the way to 2 o'clock, you will see it will give us a volume profile of what's being traded right over there. So when we zoom in, you'll see that piece of price is a little bit faded out, and that one is a little bit faded out. And that's why we have our value area low, point of control, and your high. So that's how the volume profile looks. So let's actually go through a few examples here on replay mode. We are on the 5-minute. So this is actually this week. We're going to do the 5th of May, 6th, and then today. So this is actually the last 3 trading days of this week. So let's wait for New York to open. Okay, so there we open. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to draw our volume profile 1, 2, 3. And now we have a volume area low and a high and a point of control. We closed below here, so let's see what happens. Okay, so we closed again, but if we are at the below of it, we want a red candle. If we're above, we want a green candle. So we're not taking this trade as yet. We're back in the range. Still playing around. Sorry, my trading view is really slow for some reason. There we go. So there we can see this candle closed above the fair value high. So now you can enter a trade. You can put your stops either at the point of control, a little bit underneath the point of control, or lower your lot size and put it at the fair value low. So in this example, let's use the point of control. We're going to target a 1-to-1. So let's see if we get the 1-to-1. There we go. So that's now a break-even trade. Stops to break even. And let's target a 1-to-5 for the remainder to run, for example. And let's see what happens. And we got stopped out, but we have our partials at 1-to-1. So I'm just going to fast forward price a little bit for the next day. Sorry guys, now you're just looking at price. Any questions so far? Oh, sorry, not so far. If you have any questions, sorry, leave it for the end of the video, for the seminar, then myself and Andre will get to the questions. Okay, so this was yesterday. So candle 1, candle 2, candle 3. We draw the volume profile 1, 2, 3. We have high, point of control, and fair value low. Let's see where it breaks out. It needs to be a close, still in the range. There we go. So we broke out. Let's put our stop loss a few points below the point of control. And we target a 1-to-1 first to see if we can put our stops to break even and take partials. And we got stopped out immediately. Then after this one, let's see what happens. We came above again. So that's going to be up to you for your risk if you want to try that trade again or not. So in the meantime, let's just play price forward and go to today. And then I'm going to show you something about this strategy, just some results for you as well. Almost there. So after this, I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to hand over to Andre again. Okay, last one. This was today, 7th of May. So candle 1, candle 2, candle 3, volume profile 1, 2, 3. So we have a fair value high, point of control, fair value low. We close right there below. Take a sell. So now again, you can put your stops above the point of control, or you can put it there. If you put it there, lower your lot size so your risk management still stays the same. For this example, let's just take the point of control. Let's put it a 1-to-1, see if we can get our stops at break even. Immediately after the first 5 minutes. So we break even now, and let's put it at a 1-to-5. It's almost there. And as you can see, TP hit right over there. So that's literally 10 minutes of trading for today. And today it just went down, as you can see. So nice entry into now this is current price. So that was your entry. That's literally all you need is that move. So yeah, really simple. So let me show you an example. I did it on Forex Tester Online. I tried a different type of asset to trade. I actually did a stock, Apple, right over here. So here we can see all the results. I literally back tested it. This losing, oh, glitchy, sorry, winning, break even, winning. So yeah, this is all the results. You can see I tested the whole month of April actually. So this was the whole month of April until April 28th, and I started on the 1st of April. When I go to analytics, the strategy that I just showed you over a course of a month on a $10,000 account, so you can backtest a prop firm account. The strategy had a 76.92% win rate. Your average profit factor was a 1 or 2. Average trade was $32 and a net profit of $844. You can see a total of 26 trades, 18 wins, 8 losses. It was a 50-50 for buyers and sells. It was one stock that I traded, Apple. You can see all the data right over here. So my net profit was $300. Average trade 11, gross profit, gross loss, profit per month, average profit. So yeah, this strategy, here's all the days that I traded. As you can see, a few losing days between the few winning days. And yes, this is exactly what I showed you tonight of the volume profile. So yeah, that's it from my side. Andre, I'm going to hand it over to you again.
Okay, so I got a few messages about the registration for Antec Trader. So when you're on the homepage, so you clicked on the link, just go to the homepage. After you clicked on the link, then you click on logging top right. Then you click on get started, fill this in. After you fill this in, you click register and it asks you to purchase an account. Just close the window or whatever. You don't have to actually purchase an account. So I'm going to give you guys like 5 more minutes to do this if you struggled. Chat. I'm going to give you guys 5 more minutes while we do a question and answer quickly. So if anyone has any questions about what we just talked about, please, you have a chance now. You can put up your hand, you can type it in the chat, you can unmute yourself. Any questions? Someone too scared to speak or
This webinar is really quiet. Even the one we did before. Normally everyone wants to ask something.
Hi, Henry.
yes, sorry. Jason, can you quickly send that Bloom funnel link again in the chat while Yeah. Yes, go ahead with your question.
Yes, I'm just trying to find out with regards to the settings for your what is it called, for the trading view for the sessions. I was not able to see them.
Yes, there you go. Take a
And then
screenshot or
with regards to Jason, with regards to that strategy, you said that like we are able to use that on all assets, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, as a advise first go test it on the asset you want to trade, because every asset behaves differently. But it works on all assets, but each one behaves differently. So you might get a better result on NASDAQ instead of gold. You know, you might get a better result on US30 than maybe the S&P 500. So it works on all the pairs, but as you as a trader, just go back test it on the pair that you want to trade, just to confirm. Yeah.
Okay, but you preferred on US30.
Yeah.
Okay, not a problem. Thank you.
Awesome.
Jason, there's another question for you in the chat.
Hello.
Yes.
We'll be with you.
Hello.
Yes.
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 Oh, I think I had a problem with signing up. Like
Was it, what is it saying?
it's asking the username, numbers, dashes, things like that.
Can you see my screen here, Veronica?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Did you fill out this get started?
Yes, that is what I did. And
then you clicked register.
oh, no.
So just asking your name, your last name, a username is something you just make
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, that's where I got stuck.
Yeah, just put anything there. Veronica 2595. I don't know, whatever you make your username you want to, then just fill out the rest. And then just click register. After clicking register, and it loads, then you guys are good to go.
Thank you.
Okay, so Jason, there's a question. Jason, does the strategy only work on the 5-minute time frame?
Yes. I found it works based on the 5-minute for myself. Yeah.
Okay.
The volume profile can be used on different strategies on different time frames, but for the one that I showed you tonight, it's the 5-minute time frame.
Okay, before I get to Nokopiwa's question, Gilbert also asked, do we need to look for overall trend or just follow the 5-minute time frame? Oh wait, is that for me or is that for Jason, Gilbert? Because we both talked about the 5 minutes, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Both.
You can go first, Andre.
Gilbert, I look at the Asian and the London before the New York. What is the trend? Like what happened in Asian and London? So is London break? Did London change the trend to bearish or bullish, or what did it do? I don't really look at the higher time frame trend because that might be different, and I'm only aiming for that London high or low for my TP. So I'm not going for a long trade on the bigger time frames, if that makes sense. And then Jason.
Yeah, so what I showed tonight, I didn't incorporate the trend. That was solely on the volume profile. But at the end, where I showed where you can use your confluence, you will have a better result if you're going to follow the trend. So if you know if you're bullish or bearish, then you know you're only going to take buys or sells. So that will filter out a losing trade maybe on the day. But for tonight, I just went solely off the volume profile, but you can add your trend to get better results. Yes.
Okay, Nokopiwa, you said, Andre, when using your indicator, which areas would you say are the strongest to take trades from? If you're referring to our free indicator, so what we do with this indicator is here just to help you guys spot order blocks and fair value gaps. I wouldn't suggest I would never tell someone just to follow an indicator alone. I want you guys to obviously also take some of your own knowledge into consideration with this. You need to obviously be like, okay, I see there's an order block here, right? So there's bullish one. So this is an area that I could possibly take a trade from, but let's look quickly. Okay. What does my fib say from this low to this high? Okay, cool. My fib says that's on a 61. So cool. That's an extra confirmation, right? So great. Now I'm like, okay, cool. This area might look better and better. If I look at the overall trend, still very bullish. I would only consider that we're going bearish maybe if we break this low over here, for example. So yes, this buy could still be good. For example, this bearish order block in my experience, it's nice to know it's there because it could be a possible TP for my buy there. But I'm probably not going to take a strong sell or a big sell from this area because we are still bullish. So it really needs to, you just need to use a little bit of your own extra knowledge on this, as this indicator is here to help you spot certain areas. Okay. Francis, is it possible to send a recorded video to say, yes, we are uploading this to YouTube. It will be up in the next 3-4 days. So
Early next week, yeah.
yeah, we might do, what's today? Thursday. I will probably one on Sunday. We'll probably upload the first one on Sunday and then one on Monday or something. Should be ready to go early next week, like Jason says. Okay, guys, I think I gave you guys enough time now to do the sign up with Handtech. Is there anyone still busy that wants to just have 1 more minute or 2 more minutes? Please raise your hand quickly so that we don't. Everyone good? No one raising hands.
Cool. I think we're good.
Cool, Jason. I think you should make a video on that strategy of yours as well.
I will. Like I said, it's brand new that I'm showing everyone for the first time
Yeah.
tonight. So yeah.
Maybe
I will.
paste, just maybe while I'm doing the giveaway, can you just paste both of our YouTube channels just in the chat as well?
Yes, I'll do that.
So you guys can go subscribe, and yeah, we just post most of our educational videos on there for you guys for free. We don't want to sell you guys any.
Yeah, guys, and if you found this video, like this webinars, helpful and everything, you'll see on the website there's Trading Idols. Myself and Andre is there as well. Go leave us a nice review. That will mean a lot for us, just for us, you know. So go to the website, go to Trading Idols, leave a nice review for myself and Andre, and then yeah, that would be amazing. Thank you.
Let me just, I'll paste that in quickly. You can do the YouTube channels. Okay. Can we use these strategies on synthetics? I don't. Personally, my strategy, you can't, because mine works off the London and the Asian session. So I trade synthetics and NASDAQ differently. Not completely. Obviously, order blocks for value gaps and trend and stuff, whatever, still the same. But I look a little bit more differently at the two. And Jason, I don't know if you can use this strategy that you talk about on synthetics, or haven't you looked yet?
No, you can't, because the volume profile works on volume, and synthetics is a algorithmic market, so it won't work on
Yeah.
synthetics.
So it means it spots the volume being traded on the actual market, where on synthetics, they don't give you the actual volume traded, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay. Makes sense. Okay, cool. I've got everyone's names in here. I don't think I've missed anyone. I actually think there's 2 people not in this meeting anymore. So if they don't eat, then it's, well, if they eat and they're not here, and that's unfortunate. Okay, so tonight I'm giving away 2 $5,000 instant accounts. Okay, $5,000 instant accounts. Once again, please go onto the website. If you're the winner, go read the rules. Very important. I got a few giveaway winners in the past that will message me and say, they failed because they didn't read the rules. So I need you guys to please read the rules before starting trading. If you have any questions, you can mail their support or email or chat to their support. Just make sure about stuff, because a $5,000 instant account is kind of huge. It's not something you should just, oh, I'm just gonna take a random trade. No, it's like, be serious about it. It's very fun to have a actual $5,000 instant account. Anyway, cool. First spin. Good luck to the first person. Let's see who it is. Oh, Yolanda. Congrats, Yolanda. Yolanda, can you just let us know if you're all good? Just unmute or type a message, or I'll give Yolanda a few seconds to respond. Yolanda? think Yolanda's sleeping. Maybe we ASMR her to sleep in this in this webinar. Okay, I'm gonna spin for the second winner. If Yolanda doesn't respond before the end of the second winner, then we'll have to respin for the first winner. Okay. Wake up, winner, please. Well, Veronica, if she doesn't wake up, it's a bigger chance. Yeah, well, Theo, we need to that's why asking them to unmute themselves is to ask if they have their Antic Trader account. Okay, cool. Okay, we're gonna go for the second one. If Yolanda doesn't respond, we have to respin for the first one. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. Adeyemo FX. Congrats, Adeyemo. Can you unmute? Tell us something about your life. Give us a sign of life. Adeyemo, well, okay, cool. Adeyemo, did you register? At least he responded, he or she. Adeyemo, do you just let us? Yes, okay. Okay, I'll check. I'll also spin again for the backup winner. I know it sucks to be a backup winner, but nice. Just Adeyemo, just send me a Telegram. Oops. Or Yolanda is awake. She doesn't have a car. Cool. I can respin for the first winner again. Adeyemo, just send me a Telegram, preferably. If you don't have a Telegram or whatever, just send me an email. Then I can send you your account. Well, I'm gonna check and then I'll send you an account. Okay, cool. We're gonna spin again for the first winner. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Veronica, unfortunately, we can't do gives. Adiera Rhoda. Adiera. Let's see if Adiera is awake. Alive.
Yes, sir.
Congrats.
Yes, sir. Congrats. Thank you, sir.
You have an account with Antic? Adiera, do you have your account ready? Did you register? Just unmute yourself quickly and say if you have an account with Antic. This is, guys. I need to have a webinar on how to mute and unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have an account, sir.
Okay, cool. He says he has an account. Adiera, please send me a Telegram or email. It's in the chat. I'm just gonna do a backup spin, guys, just for in case if something happens with one of those two. It has happened before, so you never know. Just gonna do a backup spin. Looks like it's gonna be Gabriel. Gabriel, just I know it sucks to be the. See if Gabriel's still here. Gabriel, I know it sucks to be the backup, but just message me as well. You never know. Cool. Gabriel, you're alive. You're all good. I'm gonna assume so.
Hopefully we don't need a backup for the backup.
Yeah, hopefully we don't need a backup for the backup. Okay, cool. Awesome, guys. Thanks so much for joining. I'm gonna wait. I need Gabriel just to respond because you never know. Thanks, Regina. It was nice.
Andre, I think we need that backup spin.
I'm gonna do a backup for the backup. I think Gabriel's also ASM odd sleeping. Benedict FX. You almost called it too early. Please, someone. Benedict.
Benedict.
Come on, guys.
Please unmute yourself.
It can't be, Andre, for sure.
A backup for the backup.
For the backup.
Oh my word, are you guys just sleeping? Or just like,
Let's
oh,
go
yeah,
for it. Spin it.
okay, you guys are losing out on your backup wins. So Nate, not in the meeting anymore. Spinning again. I see like 7 of you left. So, I mean, there we go.
I'm here.
Nice.
Okay, we've got a response. Okay, that's good enough for me now. Your backup. Okay, the backup of the backup of the backup.
For the
That's
backup.
responded.
Woo.
Okay, awesome. Thanks everyone. Next month we'll do this again. So please join. We're going to do more great giveaways. And yeah, we'll see you then. Thank you. Bye.
Awesome, everyone. Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.